Craigslist. We definitely need to talk about it and how it can help property managers or landlords. One of the most important things that you as a property manager have to deal with is making sure your properties are never vacant. This is an essential aspect of property management because it is the main way that landlords make their money, obviously. Now, did you know that you can actually use Craigslist to advertise your rental property? Okay, maybe you already knew that because, well, Craigslist has been around forever. But if you think it's too old or you've just never thought of it as useful, then think again. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to list your rental properties on Craigslist. First off, what is a rental listing site? It's any website that allows a property owner to list their rental property in order to advertise or market it to other people. These properties are almost always vacant properties, but can sometimes be properties whose lease is soon to expire. Most of these sites offer clear instructions on how to use the site, but some are not very clear. Luckily, Craigslist does have a relatively straightforward process for posting rentals. Regardless of the site, some of the most important information that prospective tenants look for in a listing includes photos and videos of the apartment, basic rental unit details, and any special features. After creating this listing, the Craigslist ad is posted to the website for thousands of potential renters to view. So with that being said, let's get started with the process of creating a Craigslist post and getting your units occupied. Since Craigslist is one of the only platforms that are completely free and allow you to make as many posts as you like, it's extremely useful. This is especially useful considering how many other sites charge you once you exceed a certain number of listings. However, Craigslist is not always the safest platform to browse rental listings. One of the biggest problems with browsing Craigslist apartments is that there is a chance for renters to run into rental scams. Some of the most common scams include when a user copies the ad of a different rental property and posts it as their own to collect some sort of security deposit or fee. This is known as a hijacked ad, and it's important to look out and be careful. So if you're aware of how your rental listings could be used on Craigslist, it's time to continue to learn how to list your apartments in just a few simple steps. Step 1 is setting your location. It's important to note that you must set the location of your property and not your actual location. This is because the location you set is going to be in the area under which the property will be posted. So if you set the wrong location for the property, a prospective tenant could get misinformed, potentially leading to a dispute. The option to choose the location is provided in the form of a large list shown here. Step 2, creating a Craigslist account. This is probably one of the easiest steps, but is also really important. By creating a Craigslist account, you're going to be able to list all of your rentals with no limit. Also, by creating this account, you're going to be able to have all of your listings in one place. This makes it really easy to track which ones have been occupied or which ones still need more attention. Moving on to step 3, create the posting. After you create an account, you're going to click where it says to create a posting. After you click there, you'll be asked a few general questions to place your listing in the correct category. The first question will be, what type of posting is this? Since we're going over rental listings, we'll choose the option that says housing offered. After that, the site will ask you more specific questions about your property, prompting you to choose a category. These categories include property types such as apartments for rent, commercial properties, parking, vacation, and many more. After answering these 2 questions, you'll be prompted with the listing page where you will fill out all of your property's information, which takes us to step 4, filling out rental property details. This is the most important step to pay special attention to because it's the one that's going to be selling your property to the prospective renter. The first thing you see at the top is a warning about the Fair Housing Law. It is advised that you read through these precautions to make sure that your posting follows all these guidelines. In this step, you'll be filling out important details about the property. In the first posting box, you'll have 3 fields, which are the posting title, the city, the postal code, and the posting body or the description. It's important that all these fields are filled out to the best of your ability and reflect only accurate and true information. For example, when posting apartments, you may want to have a title like $2,000 spacious studio apartment in Miami, Florida with ocean views. The title gives information about the price, the size, and the location of the Craigslist posting, making it easier for the users to know if they're interested or not. Then in the description box, you want to add as many details as possible about your property. This could include the specific square footage, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, any special policies, or any other amenities. Some of these will be answered again in the next step, but it's really good to include them in the description as that's what the potential tenants will read first. So moving on to step 5, filling out remaining details. This step is where you'll be filling out some of the most important details of your rental property. In these boxes, you'll be filling out specific details including special features, fees, and contact information. The first box, the posting details, includes information like the rent, the square footage, the housing type, and other specific questions. These include things like questions about pets, furniture, smoking, and air conditioning. listing. There are also questions like the housing type, the laundry, the parking, the bedrooms and bathrooms, the flooring, and the rent period. Then you're presented with questions about availability of the property showing. This is where you put the dates that you're available to hold an open house for your property. The next section is where you include any information about any fees and payments that are included in the rental process. This could include things like broker fees, application fees, and any other deposits. The next box includes fields where you can fill out the information about how to contact the property owner or the user creating the listing. This is obviously a very important section where you must include accurate information because it's what leads potential renters to you. In this section, Craigslist gives the choice of whether or not to show your phone number. However, it's really recommended that you keep it hidden in order to mitigate the risk of spam calls and messages. The rest of the form is just confirmation of the location info of the property and assigning copyright to the property. The copyright assignment just confirms that the listing is solely your original content and others can be punished for using it. And our last step, step 6, adding images. This is also an extremely important step because it's the only way the potential renter can actually see what the property looks like. You should always try to add only high quality images that highlight some of the important features of the property, like bedrooms and bathrooms, the kitchen, living room, etc. After you're done adding images, you are presented with a draft of the posting and you're finally ready to publish it. So now that you know everything about Craigslist posting, you're ready to publish some of your own. And remember that you should always include only accurate and relevant information in your posting, and be sure to have caution regarding scams. If this video helped you out, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more property management advice. If you want to find more places that you can list your property, make sure to check out this video if you want to find out more places that you can list your rental property, and I'll see you over there. Bye!